Tonight, Washington is on fire with chaos as House Speaker Mike Johnson, dubbed by many as MAGA Mike.
Republicans continue to work through regular order to fund the government for FY26, for the next fiscal year. We're working closely with the White House and the Senate to ensure we meet our deadlines, and Chairman Cole, Tom Cole, the appropriators, continues to diligently work towards...
Finds himself in utter panic with a government shutdown now just hours away. Sources inside the Capitol say that Johnson, under massive pressure from Donald Trump and his far-right allies, has been unable to gather enough support to keep the government's lights on.
Getting all 12 bills out of committee, and they're almost done with that. And as we get closer to the funding deadline, though we recognize that shutdown chatter from the left is growing louder, some of these people seem to enjoy this. It seems Democrats may take the path of maximum resistance and try to shut the government down. It's not surprising because they're struggling, because they don't really have a message or a leader, or their party registration is falling, their approval ratings are in the low 20s, and they're about to elect a Marxist to be the mayor of New York.
The Freedom Caucus is demanding extreme spending cuts, targeting programs like healthcare, education, and aid for Ukraine, while moderates warn that these reckless moves would devastate millions of Americans. The tension is boiling over as Democrats and even some Republicans accuse Johnson of playing political games with people's livelihoods.
They are desperately searching for a solution, and some in the party apparently think a government shutdown would be some sort of political advantage to them. It'd be what we all know is dangerous and harmful to millions of Americans, and that is not the answer. So I'm going to say this again, and I'm saying it in good faith. I've shared this with the Democrat leader in the House and other colleagues. If Democrats are willing to work with us, we have our sleeves rolled up, and we want to do this in good faith. We just have to think responsibly how to spend less money than we did last year. And if they're willing to do that, and it's incumbent upon all of us to do it with the high national debt, we're open to that. But the ultimate question of whether this...
Earlier today, Johnson reportedly scrambled in closed-door meetings, begging his own party members for unity, but the fractures inside the GOP are deeper than ever. Trump, watching closely from Mar-a-Lago, has fueled the crisis by urging Republicans to hold the line, effectively daring a shutdown to prove loyalty to him. Meanwhile, federal workers, military families, and everyday Americans brace for the impact: delayed paychecks, frozen services, and an economy already under strain. The White House has blasted Johnson for caving to MAGA extremists, while Senate leaders are preparing their own backup plan, potentially leaving Johnson isolated and exposed. The political theater is explosive. Johnson knows that if he compromises with Democrats to avoid disaster, his own caucus may try to remove him. But if he stays loyal to Trump's hardliners, the nation plunges into shutdown chaos. With time running out, all eyes are on Capitol Hill tonight as Americans demand answers. Will MAGA Mike save his speakership, or will his panic become the defining moment that drags the country into turmoil? Stay tuned. This battle is just beginning.